Hey, hello there. We are...
Hello.
I don't know if this is going to work because whenever we have it facing us, it's kind of silly. So we'll try this out. So,
Hello.
the angle's kind of weird. I don't know why.
Just scoot over. Don't fall off again.
Alright,
Cat fuzz.
so this is my son Eagle.
Wow.
And we just saw a really cool bird fly down
A pigeon just
on the ground.
A pigeon just learned how to dive bomb.
That was cool. We're here to talk about body listening with
Hello.
your kids. So when they are not talking yet, they are actually able to communicate with you through sign language. Now, we're going to try to teach you some baby sign language. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember, so I'm going to be reteaching it to him and also teaching you at the same time. But don't expect the babies to do the actual sign language.
This turns into
Right, so this is water, 3 fingers, water, and this is pee-pee, with, where your fingers are kind of down and you have a, like this. But with the kids, they're going to do both. So it's kind of like playing a game of charades 24/7 all the time. And so you know, the baby would aim, and say, I need to do this, and you'd be like, well, what does that mean? You need to go pee-pee? Do you want some water? And we would
hopefully figure it out before the floor gets wet.
Right. And so we would play, and then he would say yes or no, and so he would communicate. So it was, if we get it right, he'd be like, yeah, and his face would get all excited. And so that's how we were able to talk with him. And you can start, they say. We started doing sign language with him when he was somewhere between 6 and 9 months, but they say just try to begin from infancy if you can, but you can start whenever, even at age 1, if they're still not talking yet. You'd probably, if you start watching your child, you'll see that they're actually doing sign language.
Informia.
Right. And informal, and their facial expressions, like just a second ago, he was going like that. It was like... By the way, I want you to excuse the spitting that he's doing. He does have a form of Tourette's, and this was part of it. And Tourette's has 2 parts. One where you have a verbal, or not a verbal, something where it's with the mouth, and another part where it's with the arms. And so the spitting is just, it's a tick. So bypass it, ignore it.
Bypass.
Now that I've brought it to his attention, maybe he'll refrain from doing it so much. That is the thing with Tourette's, is that if they're being very mindful of their bodies, being very aware, they say that they can't control it, and it's kind of true, but if you do a lot of yoga and you do a lot of breathing, you can. But the purpose of this video is not to talk about Tourette's. The purpose of this video is to talk about sign language.
Sign language.
So it looks like you do remember this one. You said that you didn't remember much. Do you remember
Didn't
something
remember
else?
much.
Okay, what's another one you do remember?
Besides half the alphabet.
Half the alphabet? You don't remember the whole alphabet? So we didn't actually, with the baby sign language, we didn't actually do alphabet.
So I actually find it's easier to do alphabet because then you don't only have to remember 26 things instead of, like 100,000.
Well, then you have to typing really fast, like D-O-G or D-O-G. And you have to do it really fast. And when you're used to sign language, and people who do sign language really fast,
even if you don't do it really fast, it's helpful to know.
Which one are you doing? I'm out of practice. So when he was
A,
growing up...
B, C, D, point your finger. E, F, G. Little tiny fish eats up stuff. So what was H? This is H, right? Or it's
H.
It's a drill or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah, kind of like a gun. Yeah, that's right.
except your hand isn't up here. It's a double-barreled gun, except instead of your hand being, you know, up here, your thumb is down here.
Remember the next one?
A, F, G, H, I.
I got it. Oh, you're right. Your I is like that.
Pinky finger.
Mm-hmm.
I, H, I, J.
Mm-hmm.
You. I'm drawing a J in the air, like totally not. I guess it would be like this, right? Something. Just do a loop with your pinky finger. Do a barrel roll. H, I, J, K. What's K? It's K, right? So it's like. Oh, okay.
Kind of like two, except put your thumb on the second finger.
So, yeah. K. Like this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
K. A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. C. M.
1, 2, 3 fingers. 3 humps.
M does not have 3 humps.
When you do a cursive M, it is.
It has 2 humps. It always has 2 humps, even when it's cursive M. If you have to go back down to the beginning, but the 3rd hump doesn't count. Then you're not going to do a 3rd hump and then go back up. You're just going to start straight up.
Generally, it's associated 3 humps for the M and 2 humps for the N when you're doing cursive. And so for this also.
M.
Now this is American Sign Language.
N.
There's other cultures have
O.
different sign language.
It's a circle. Oh, this is poopy.
Yes. That's a baby sign language to know. There's PP, like with the P, the letter P, and PP.
But generally, poopy works for everything.
Okay, what letter were you on? M, N. What about N?
M, N, O, P. What's P? P's a K.
Oh,
right?
it's just like PP. Remember PP?
Okay, so, no.
It's like a K.
Okay, so, yeah.
K. And just like PP,
P.
you take the letter P. And actually K, so it's the letter
It's
K upside down.
It's basically just letter K, except
Upside down.
it's angled like this.
Right.
So, I.
You just say it down.
And, hello squirrel. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. It's Q. It's
G
Q.
upside
No.
down. Take a Q.
Q.
A G.
This is G sideways. So
And flip it upside down.
G. So how is it? Like when you're drawing a person, what would it be like? Would it be like this?
Yeah. GQ.
G Q. Q R. It kind of looks like an X, but it's kind of curled over. Do stuff. R S S. I guess there's the S. And I remember N as being like here's one part and here's a slash. Your thumb is the slash and here's the other part. The N kind of looks like that. Sort of an image. But like choo 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 choo. I don't know. Yeah, M is just not N. then S, and then T. Which I like to do with, instead of like just like this, instead raise 2 fingers up. Just 2 fingers up, and this is like that. So they're slightly above. These are 2 fingers. Instead of straight down, make them slightly above. That way it kind of looks like it's the 2 sides, the two sides of the top bit of the T, and it's just a T sticking out, the T coming down. E, F, G.
Which one are you doing?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,
Actually,
I,
H is on the side.
H,
It's just like, so what the audience sees is they see just the 2 fingers. So you'll see this and they'll see that.
H, I, J, K, or which finger is it? Is it the right finger or left finger? Middle finger?
Middle finger.
K, L, M, N, O, what's P again? P, Q, R, S, T, U. That's H.
Nah, that's the reason why it's
Right,
important
because
that you
H
do
is H is to the side.
Wait, flip the
H is to the side with a finger like that.
Flip the H though. No,
H is to the side with a finger
Yeah.
in the middle,
no, K. That's K.
but like close a finger.
So H you flip this way so they see the 2 fingers like this. Yes.
So H
Uh-huh.
and then Q.
The Q is upside down G. Q is remember
Come on,
G?
A B C D E F G. U.
Here, so U.
U, right? It's kind of basically
Right. So then you're going to open it up and make a V.
U, V, W. Right, nice. W.
It's 3. Got 3 prongs.
Velociraptor. Just do this.
Well, that means something else. That means 3.
This one's 3. I mean, this means. Wait.
This is W, not 3 in sign language.
Rawr. I'm a velociraptor.
We're not done yet.
T, U, V, W, X, R. Basically, like E except it's just a pointer and just it's a T-Rex claw except it's a X. I mean it's an E. It's an E with a T-Rex hand. E. So T, U, V, W, X, Y, Y.
And then the Z's.
Ah.
So the cool thing about Y, and this is the first thing we learned when we took a little class in baby sign language when we were first helping, learning it ourselves. So it's really helpful if both parents actually learn the sign language. But the cute little thing that showed us the importance of where you put the words can mean a lot of things. Now, I'm not sure if I can remember the whole phrase, but you take the Y, and if you shake it all around, it means yellow.
Yellow.
If you move it all around, it means play. If you take the Y and you put it up here, it means a cow.
Meh.
So, and then if you put it right here by your ear, it's a telephone. So there was a phrase, something like the yellow,
Yellow cow plays on the telephone.
on the telephone, right, yeah, the yellow cow plays on the telephone. Yellow cow plays on the telephone. So it was basically to show you that it really makes
Hello.
a difference where you put this. Now, your baby, on the other hand, is not going to do it exactly in the right spot. So again, you're playing charades, and a lot of times they make up their own. So Eagle was.
This is not an airplane. Not an airplane. Looks nothing like an airplane. There's
This
two engines
was
on
an
one
airplane.
side.
But that was not his airplane. His airplane was where he took his hand.
This is a fighter jet. There's the cockpit, especially if you do it kind of like this.
Mhm.
I see there's a cockpit, and there's two wings, and there's two air intakes.
But the one that I really loved was after a camping trip. He was going on and on about something like this. I couldn't figure out what it was. He was going on and on about it in the car. And so, by the way, he learned so much sign language by the age of 15 months. He could hold complete sentences and hold conversations with us. But he was going on about something, and we couldn't figure out what it was, and it turned out that what he was talking about was the camping trip where you put the
Yummy marshmallows.
yummy marshmallows, the little stick into the fireplace, and so he was mimicking that. Oh, we should
A
miss the
squirrel.
video
A
of our
squirrel just
cat.
fell out of a tree. Like literally, it just fell out of a tree. The cat tried to chase after it, but it ran up the tree. So
Yes, the cat actually did catch a squirrel the other day.
okay, a flying baby squirrel.
That was baby squirrel,
Oh,
yeah.
teenage flying squirrel. By the way, it looked nothing like actual squirrels.
I'm sorry, we're distracted by this cat. I'm chasing the squirrel now. I don't know if you can see it. Flip it around. And then you can see the cat way
It's
over
right there.
Yeah. All right, let's put it back. All right, focus. Yeah, hello.
Wahoo!
Did we do? Oh, the last letter was Z, right? So I think that's all we're going to do for this video right here, because it looks like he's ready to do something else. Focus on other things. But we hope to make better videos as we work on this and we start to get our thoughts and ideas, which is sort of a rough draft of experimenting to see what it would be like to share this stuff with you. And because we would like to bring out the importance of listening to your baby and your child and your toddler, even long before they learn how to speak. You can hold full conversations with them. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you. So when he was 15 months old, no, less than that, when he was a year old, we went to a rocket. What was a rocket?
Yeah.
What?
No.
It was
The
like a
Colorado
display.
Museum of Aeronautics.
Right, but at the
And
Aeronautic
flight
Museum
stuff.
they had a display about rockets and the history of rockets. And it was the first time he had ever gone, and he had really absorbed the material. And he came back and for like an hour and a half was going on about the rockets going up and the fuel coming out, and it was very exciting for him. And at the time, he had whole words that he was saying, and I don't remember all of it. I just remember the rocket going up and the fuel coming out. But it was the idea that this, even at that age, they understand really complex things, but you don't even aware of it because they're not talking. But if you give them the power and tool of sign language, then you will be able to communicate with your kids. And so in future videos, we'll talk about some of the words, the important words. You don't need to teach them everything. There's only maybe 20 words that you need to teach them to be able to communicate a lot of concepts with them. So stay tuned to our future videos so that we can show you the key things that you need to be able to learn. Although it does help if you start talking with your husband. And even if even if you have no idea any sign language at all,
Husband/wife.
right, your spouse, sorry, your partner. If you start interacting with the caretaker, whoever you're interacting with, if you start moving your hands a lot, even if you're not doing sign language, if the child gets that there's some kind of conveyance
Stuff happening.
with the hands, then they'll start to use their hands more, and it'll start to be a little bit easier. So 3 ones that we're going to leave you with. Make sure you know pee-pee. We already talked about that. Pee-pee, poopy. And the one that they like to teach the kids is, do you want more? I don't like that one. But there's more and there's milk.
On, off, on, off,
On, off,
on, off, on.
and open,
And
close.
stop.
And stop.
Stop it.
Yes, that one
Stop
you
it.
need all the time. But anyways, we'll talk about more of these later, and we hope to see you soon. So make sure you subscribe and learn multiple languages while you're doing this, because you're going to be using these over and over and over again. You might as well use different languages. All right, talk to you later. A lot of information there.
Go check out my next one of language. Speaking of languages, I'm creating a language.
Yes, he's creating a new
Wow.
language, but we'll do that another topic later.
And as always,
Check the alignment. Make sure your head posture. And remember to just...
Hey!
Oh, it's his phrase. I'm sorry.
And as always, thanks for watching. Remember to just breathe. Look, look, look.